Hi guys, Armin here. I'm gonna give you a case study of my multi-seven-figure brand that I started in 2022 and scale it within a year to $3 million in sales. There's a lot that goes into scaling an e-commerce store from zero to, multi-seven figures within like a year and a half. So I'm gonna go over everything from, doing the ads on TikTok to creatives, working with influencers, fulfillment, email, SMS, all the backend stuff, upsells, what else? Like custom packaging. There's a lot that goes into it. Starts from June and then scaling very nicely until January of 2023. And then it kind of dies down again. I'll go over everything on my computer. So first I'm gonna go over this store, right? This was the initial store that I tested the product on and ran for right about 2 months, April, May, June. Yeah. So April 7th was the first day I tested the product. I had a $200 campaign up and it gave me $600 back. So that was a 3 ROAS right away, a profitable product and a winning product. So yeah, you can see here, April 7th, hovering around 3 to 4K for like 2 weeks. Once I tested it and I'm running it for 2 weeks, it's still, the store name is like a general store name because it was just a store that I was testing products on. But once I identified this as a winning product, I went ahead and changed the store name to a niche name that coordinates with the product. So in this case, I'm selling hair extensions. So instead of my store being called Essential Shop Club, which is just like a general name for a general store, I named it Beauty Bello. How I found that name doesn't really matter. I had some inspiration from the club that's in LA. It's called Bootsy Bello. So I just put Bello and beauty and it was available, the domain beautybello.com. So I bought it. I changed the branding, I put the logo, and right away, the day I changed the branding, I went from doing 4 to 5K to 2 days that were doing 10K. So right away, just that changing the branding, doubled the sales the next day, which was insane. Like the ads were basically the same. I just changed the branding for the store. We do our first 10K day, not even a month. So like May 2nd is here. So this is probably like towards end of April. 10K day on April 27th, and then it kind of like slows down a little bit as I'm trying to work things out in the back end and like sort things out also with the fulfillment. I'm getting like a lot of orders. I launched some new creatives here middle of May, and then we scaled back up to 10K days for like 2 days, goes down again in the 5K area. And yeah, and then on June 6th, I think is, oh my God, I'm not on focus again. On June 6th, I believe, is the day that I got the MCA. So this store got shut down and I had to make a new store, which would be the current store that we'll go over next. From here, we can see store sessions, 320,000, total orders, 5.8 thousand orders. AOV is sitting right under $50 and the conversion rate is 1.6, which could be better. I have the triple whale screenshot. 55K profit, which is basically 20% margins with the 2 ROAS. Yeah, everything else looks the same here. The total revenue, which was 280, and yeah, very good CPC and CPM. All the ad spend was on TikTok ads, 140K spend on TikTok ads. This was where I initially tested the product. This store was scaled on TikTok ads. So 140K spent on TikTok ads, and then I introduced some Snapchat ads, just testing. I had my friend start running Google ads for me, which Google ads are huge if you're running like TikTok or Facebook ads, because a lot of that traffic will go to Google and like search up your brand or search up your product. And if you're not showing up on Google, you're missing those customers. So yeah, started running some Google ads right away. And yeah, this is the first store. We go back to here to the main store. Let's go June and we're gonna go all the way to, let's say, just end of December, right? Okay. All right. So we did 42K, as you can see, in June, which, the first 10 days of it was on the original store, on the testing store. So I had like 20 days, and then because the ads went down, because the store went down, there was like some progress getting everything back up. By July, we were all good and running. So July, we did 164K, which I believe was also the first six-figure month for the store, right? So August, it takes a little dip down. It goes 135,000. I wonder if I can scroll all the way down to see what kind of ads. There's a total of 1,240 campaigns on this ad account. Insane. So let's see, I'm doing CBOs here, some cost caps. What else we got? More CBOs, cost caps, CBO. And my scaling strategy is basically I'm testing everything. So first of all, I'm testing all the ad variables from CBOs to ABOs to cost caps. I'm sure I have some value in here, value optimization. And yeah, you guys can see, I mean, I'm spending a bunch here on each campaign, turning them off as they stop performing, or keep scaling them if they're doing good. I figured that $150 campaigns work the best with my ad account as of the CBOs goes. So that's why you see all these CBOs, they're at like 150, some here is at 100. I would daily surf some of these. So throughout the day, I would increase it. Like at 12, I would increase 100 to 200. At like 3 p.m., I would bump it again to like $300-400. So yeah, I would surf these CBOs throughout the day, and then I would reset the budget back to 100 or 150, whatever it was at, for the next day. Here we have like cost cap campaigns, $13, $18. If I go into one of these, let's look at this one. Yeah, so I have here just all bunch the same bids because I found this bid to be winning from like testing. So now I just have bunch of these all together, and then with way higher budgets, but TikTok wouldn't spend this whole budget. So this has a $300 budget. Look, it didn't even spend because it wasn't performing. But this one has a 2.8 ROAS, 7 conversions, spend almost 150 bucks total, but even though the daily budget is $250, so we wouldn't spend the whole thing. That's why like I could go crazy with those budgets. You can see what's going on in the ads manager, a lot of cost caps. I don't know what this is. I probably tested some type of feature that TikTok was pushing. Clearly didn't work, so I turned it off. More CBOs. What do I have here? So it's a 1632 bid. So these are all like winning bids that I found. So I would go from like 10 to 20 with small increments, like 1050, 11, 12, 1350, 14, 15, just keep going up. And then once I found those winning bids, I would duplicate them into a new campaign and just have a bunch of the same bid cap on that campaign, as you guys can see here. Anyways, let me go over the full store first, and then I can break down the ads manager from there. Let's go until August of 2023. Okay, so that was August, and then we scale hugely for September 2022. We get to 250K a month, which was really great. Some of the things I implemented from this July, August to this September month, I started getting a lot of creatives. How I got a lot of creatives was through influencers. I'll go in details for that later on. How it works is I had a friend start reaching out to influencers, just scrolling on TikTok, finding, influencers that, girls that are into hair or just beauty and stuff. she would reach out to them asking to collaborate with us as a brand. We would send them a free order. They would choose like what they want from the website, and we're selling hair. So then my friend would like color match them for their hair. They would get the order for free. So they're getting a free order, a free product in exchange of them giving us a creative. So making us a video and either posting it on their TikTok account or sending us that video so we can use it on our account. Another thing I did here for September that we scaled huge was I started doing Spark ads. So the first 3 to 4 months, I'm just doing like normal ads where you upload your creative in the ads manager. And like with how TikTok is, like when you're just doing custom videos inside the ads manager, there is like you're not connected to a TikTok page, TikTok account. It's just, I call them ghost ads because it's like a ghost. It's just an ad that will pull up, but like there is no TikTok account connected to it. Here, I took one of my old TikTok accounts that I used for organic TikTok dropshipping like a year before. I already had like 100K followers on that account that I, grew with organic TikTok. So I took that account, I archived all the old videos on it, and I started uploading all my creatives that I was already, running as ghost ads into the page, and I started doing Spark ads with those. This is the page. Now it has 230K followers, 3.6 million likes. And yeah, you can just scroll, and this is all of our creatives in here that we got from, influencers. I'll go into details into the TikTok account later. 944 posts that are on this account. So 944 creatives, which is insane. So yeah, here what got me to the 250K month was introducing Spark ad. So I would upload the creatives I already have that I'm already running as like a normal ad. I upload them in here with the caption, which would be the ad copy, and then you just run them as Spark ads. So this way, when they see the ad, they can swipe and they can come into your page, look at all the other videos and posts you have about your brand or your product. So the conversion rate on the Spark ads was way better than just normal like ghost ads that I told you about. That's how we're able to scale to 250. We go to October 275, so still on an incline. The month later, we're shy under 300K, so 293,000 for August. And then, which is also, I said August, November, which is also Black Friday month. December, we did even better than Black Friday. We did 358,000 in December. And then January was the biggest month for the store, which is $377,000. A little bit less than 400K. This was the peak of the store. January, it's they call it, like my TikTok reps that I will talk about, they call it Q5. So it's right after Q4. A lot of other brands and like big brands start like turning off their Q4 Black Friday promotion ads. They turn those off, so ads become way cheaper in January. But that influx of orders and like customers purchasing are still there. So we had the biggest month in January. And then from here, you can see it took a big dip down from 370 for February to 204. This is normal. After the Q5 hype, I scaled the ads down quite a bit. The raw ads wasn't keeping up at that high scale, so I had to, scale back on the ads, lower budgets. Still did 200K month. For March, we did 266, so scaled back up a little bit. We go to April, 254, so a little bit less. May, 225. And then from here, from May, the ROAS started to drop a bit more, which usually means, saturation. From January itself, a lot of other competitors starting to pop up. They will see my store, they will see all the ads I'm running. That's how e-commerce works. You start getting competitors once something is working. So May, after where's May 225, it had a big drop down in June to 146, even lower in July, 100K month, and August was an 83K month. If I go from August, so let's say September 2023, and I go until right now we're in May, so just until end of April, you see the sales have gone down a lot. So September we did 87K, October 93K, November, which was Black Friday, 82K. So again, I can't do the numbers I did the year before with this store, again, because a lot more competitors are advertising this brand, this product. When I first scaling in 2022, from the time I found the product, which is April, to all the way to the end of 2022, I had basically zero competitors. So I ran this product for like 6 to 8 months with no competitors. That's why like ROAS was great. I was able to scale very smoothly and with a really good ROAS. But yeah, here now it's a year later, Q4. The sales, I mean, it's still coming in, but nowhere close to what it was last year. 82K for Black Friday. December again takes a big dip to 43K. And then basically this year it's been very slow, 28K, 23K, 25, and 32 for last month, April. Total sales, 3.6 million in a span of basically in 2 years, but most of the sales are coming from, so most of the sales are in 1 year, from June of 2022 to July of 2023. So if I go to June of 2022 until June of 2023, 3 million. So out of the 3.6 million, 3 million of it was in 1 year. So that's very good scaling for an e-com store to do $3 million in 1 year. Other metrics here we can look over is store sessions, 2.3 million. Average order value, $53, which, going from that original store I showed you guys, which was like right under $50, I improved the AOV a little bit. Store conversions are way better. I mean, this original screenshot I showed you guys, which is the first 3 months of the store when I initially found this product and I started scaling it. So here the conversion rate is 1.65 and here we're getting at 2.3. So way better conversion rate. Returning customer rate under 5%. Showing the top product, which is the halo extensions, and then these are the upsell products. So hair extension bag with wig holder. This is what I would have set up as an upsell for either like the add to cart upsell or post purchase upsell. We have two other types of extensions. So here I have the straight hair extensions. These one, the main product, the halo extension was like kind of curly hair, not curly, but like wavy. This was exactly for straight hair. And then here I have a 2.0 version of the hair extension, which was just like a little bit heavier hair extension that the same manufacturer that I was sourcing these from introduced. And I took that, made a product page for it, and introduced it as a 2.0, like a better version of the original halo extensions. Sessions, United States obviously, and then Canada and UK, some Australia. I scaled this in the United States, and then some Canada and UK. What else we have? All the source comes from TikTok, some Facebook. So yeah, I introduced Facebook ads into this like beginning of 2023. So the whole scaling of until 2023 was all on TikTok ads. And then in January, 1 year here, 6 months, I also had Facebook ads running. What else we can go over here? Fulfillment orders. Yeah, so this is good with the analytics. I am gonna go over the ads manager now. So we saw August, this is a half a month since the spend is very low, but if you look at September, we can get the full picture of how much I spent. There we go. So, September 2022, I spent 94K on TikTok ads, like 250K. So basically a 2.5 ROAS, which is very good at this scale. 4,900 orders. How many TikTok tracked? TikTok only tracked 2,000. So it's missing 50% of the conversions on the tracking, which is really bad, but I had no solutions to it. I was using Triple Whale to like kind of get an idea of like what campaigns are performing, what's not performing, so I can turn on and off. But yeah, my ads manager was mistracking by 50%. Let's see if we can look at some of the ads we're running here. What do we have here? Some more caps, so cost caps, UGC, CBO. So all these ones that I say UGC is basically the UGC content we get from our influencers, that we just send them a free product, a free order, which, you know, every order costs me about like $10, $12 to ship out, like total at the door, product cost plus shipping. So for $10 to $12, I'm getting all these creatives that I can then run ads to and, you know, scale. So that was honestly one of the most important part of me scaling this brand, was all the UGC creatives I was getting just by sending out these free orders. CPM and cost per click looks really healthy. $2 CPM, under 30 cents cost per click. We can scroll on these a little bit. We have cost caps here, mega caps. So what I did with these was, look, 50 ad groups in a campaign. This was all like strategies that like I would find or test and like figure out it works. So then I would implement it, or it's things that, you know, as I'm talking to other e-commerce guys that I know, they would put me on some strategies and I would test it for my own store. Yes, so this is a 50 ad group campaign, which is all cost caps starting from $8 all the way to what, $13. So under $15, and we did 46 conversions total. So look, 13 bid, 5 conversions, 2 ROAS, and then we can scroll down here. You see some of these I would turn off because they were spending, but they weren't giving a good ROAS. We can keep going here. I want to find some winner ones. So here, 1325, 2 purchases with a 2.8 ROAS. That's really good. Look at this, 12.99 bid. It got 7 purchases with a 3 ROAS. Really nice. We can scroll down more here. Let me get rid of this and probably make this full screen. Why don't I have this full screen? There we go. Another 2 ROAS, 2.3 ROAS, some little ones here, a 3 and a 4 ROAS on a very low bids, and yeah, even as low as the 850 bid got a purchase, which, you know, for $5 it got a sell, 9 ROAS. Anyways, back to the campaigns. Those $150 caps, accelerated $16 bid. This worked out very well, as you guys can see. So all the budgets are at $150. There's 5 ad groups in here and $16 bids each, which was getting very healthy CPAs and ROAS. So the total ROAS for the campaign was 3.1, which is really good. Let's see if we can look at one of the ads that are in here. Oh, it doesn't show. Yeah, I deleted the ads. One thing about running Spark ads with TikTok, each ads manager or each TikTok ad account can only run 1,000 ads. So if you exceed 1,000 ads, you can't do more Spark ads. So you have to delete the ads that you have running under these campaigns for you to be able to make more campaigns with Spark ads. So that's why, like, when I'm clicking on this, it doesn't show the ads because I deleted them so I can make more campaigns. Anyways, let's go back to here. We looked at this. We have more campaigns here, a lot of big caps. Yeah, so I was scaling hard with cost caps. Another good campaign here, 3 ROAS. We can keep scrolling, but again, keep in mind, even some of these campaigns that have bad ROAS, it's just not tracking. So I just had to go with my instinct of, okay, like, is the campaign actually doing good or not? So I would look at things like add to cart and the CPM and the cost per click it was getting. So even though the ROAS might not be good, I would think it's good because it's getting a lot of add to carts. So, like, it's missing purchases, obviously. So if it was actually tracking everything, this would have been a good ROAS for the campaign. Like all of these, some of these all have like very low like ROAS just because, you know, TikTok is not tracking all the sales. I was making new campaigns every night, if not every other day. So every night I would make new campaigns and either scale the campaigns from the day before or just kill them. We have a bunch of CBOs here. Yeah, so this is a value campaign, value campaign. These are value, these are cost gaps. We keep going, a lot of cost gaps, accelerated cost gaps, different bids that I would put into its own campaign, so on and so forth. CBOs here. You can see it's a lot of campaigns for a month worth of, you know, scaling. 87 purchases, mega caps, tier 1, $300 accelerated. I spent 3K on this campaign. Some more CBOs. So those are all Spark ads that I was running at the time. Once I switched from like normal ghost ads to Spark ads and saw how good it was doing, I still had some ghost ads running, but yeah, it was mostly all Spark ads, which, you know, running those Spark ads would, you know, also like gather all the engagement on the post. This 3 posts that I have pinned on the top, they'll have millions of, you know, views, lots of likes, comments, shares. I hope this is a lot of engagement. October, 275K in sales. I'm gonna go here. October, we spent $126,000. So again, like a 2 point something ROAS. Let's see if we can look at some of the ads that are in here. Again, a lot of cost gap, some CBOs here. CBO, like the tier thing that I'm saying is just like what videos I'm putting, you know. I found a way to like figure out, okay, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. It's like, okay, like the best videos, the second best videos, and then like so on and so forth. It's just my way of naming these campaigns to try to keep track some value I have in here. So these are all Spark ads. These are all videos that I would upload into the TikTok page, get the little Spark code from the video, upload in here, and then yeah, I'm running the ads to that video. We keep going. A lot of campaign, guys, lots of campaign. 42 purchases on this one. It's a $29 cost cap, I believe. So I don't want to click on it because it will make me go back all over again. 2,700 purchases that the TikTok ads manager recorded, tracked, but in reality we had over 5,000 orders. So again, the tracking is not on point at all, but average order value of $55. A lot going on. I was making campaigns every night, basically. Yeah, sometimes I would skip a night and then the next day I would make more new campaigns. So I just keep going. This has a 4 ROAS. That's really nice. 6 conversions. We keep going, 2.5 ROAS on 38 purchases, very nice. We keep going, 6 purchases, 2.4 ROAS, 2.3 ROAS on 24 purchases. I was getting like 5 to 10 new creatives every week, if not more, from my UGC girl. Yeah, I mean, this is basically it on the ads manager. We can go over a few more months until the end. Let's do November now. 293K, so almost a 300K month. So November, we did almost a 300K month. We spent almost $150,000. So that's a 2 ROAS basically. 34 million impressions, 372 clicks, and yeah, 2.7K conversions it shows here, but in reality, over 5K sales orders. And then let's go December at 360K almost month. The year, December 31st, yeah, I did the highest day for the store, which was a 27K day. This was the highest day the store got. Let's look at the December ad spend. December ad spend was 180K. 360, good conversion rate, everything looks good. Average order value is up almost $56 with all the, upsells I was having. 180K ad spend, 46 million impressions. And then let's also look at January, since it was the biggest month we had. 377K. And how much ad spend was this? January, 212 ad spend. So now it's a little bit below 2 ROAS, but very high revenue, so still a good amount of profit. 60 million impressions, that's insane. I've never even looked at that. That's crazy. Now let's go over some of the apps I have for this store. So yeah, I use gem pages to, have the homepage looking the way I want it to look, and, make it as good as the competitor stores. I was using Gorgeous for customer service. So my 2-3 VAs that I had working on the store would use Gorgeous to communicate with the customers. I had like analytics in Gorgeous that I can see like how long are they taking to, reply to the customers. This is just for like store transfer. Klaviyo, obviously for emails. I tested subscription model on the store, so that's why I have this. Peristyle panel, this is what I use for tracking my order for the customers. So I had this app which would integrate into the website, and then they would put their order number in and the email, and it would give them tracking information. After sale is what I use for post purchase upsells. Candy Rack, I use that for add to cart upsells. So once they would add to cart, it would give them a pop-up. Hey, do you want to add the wig holder bag or this brush? Product options, I use this for the swatches I was using on the product pages. So like all the colors of the hair, I needed them as a swatch. So this is what I use. Ignore this, that didn't do anything. This is my favorite review app. So I would use this review app. I would import reviews from Amazon. There's like listings for the same product, the hair extensions on Amazon with like thousands of reviews. So I would just import those reviews into my store. Triple Whale, this is for Google tracking. These are all just Shopify stuff. Currency Converter, once I started also running ads in UK and Canada or Australia, I needed this. This is for my fulfillment guys. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna show you guys some of the insides of this. So let's look at the Candy Rack, which is the add to cart upsell. You see I had a bunch of upsells here when they were updated and such. These were like the main 2 upsells I was running. Products sold, extra sales, extra 30K, but this is only showing since May of last year, so it's not even showing me like where the scaling was happening, which was all of Q4 of 2022. What other apps can I show you guys the insights of? Oh, the post purchase upsell. Let's see if we can pull some data out of this. Let's just go from July to January. Let's see if I was using this. Yeah, so I started using this app on November, so it's still not bad. So let's just go to November. Very nice. So the one-click revenue, $85,000, and the thank you page, 7K. So you can see this was when we were scaling hard in Q4 of 2022 and some in January. Yeah. So every day we'll make like an extra $400 to $500. Some days even more. Like, what was the highest day? I'm trying to look at this right here. 800? Yeah, almost $1,000. So yeah, 85K generated from the post purchase, which is great. I mean, if you didn't have post purchase set up, you'll be missing out on 85K worth of sales. Maybe I can actually show you guys the funnels for this, which would look something like this. Edit funnel, one click upsell. So I was just offering them the 2.0 version, I believe this is. Yeah, so all the customers that would buy, they would get an offer for the 2.0 version. And then also in the if accepted and if declined, if accepted, I would upsell them again with the 4-piece clip-in extension. So here they're buying Halo extension, which is like the wire type of extensions. This one is a 4-piece extension, which is like a clip-in extensions they put around their hair. And also either way, if they decline this, they also get the Halos, the styling hanger, the bag I told you guys about, also in the post purchase. So that's how I had that set up, and the thank you page. Let's see how that looks like. It will look something like this. I have more like upsell stuff here, more like showing more hair products here, pictures and a GIF I put here just, you know, to make it look better. And I also have like a little picture here of our customers holding the custom packaging. Add to cart upsell and the post purchase upsell. Gem pages, I'll show you guys real quick. So we have our home page built on gem pages. Home, there you go. And then I also had like a landing page built out. Let's see if it will pull up. So I also had this landing page where, you know, they can like select by like each color and then go from the funnel that way instead of just a product page. Very nice to build, more information about the product, so on and so forth. What else we can show you guys here? Sales channel, obviously TikTok, Facebook, SMS. So if you look at our postscript, on the SMS, we accumulated 36,000 subscribers and total earned is $400,000 just on SMS. So this just to show how huge having email and SMS set up on the backend is. $400,000 earned. I want to see, maybe I can show you guys some of the flows we had going on. So these are the campaigns we will send out, but I want to see the flows. So you can see some of the like a welcome series, the bound and cart, and how those brought in revenue. Add this on to like, you know, get subscribers, but then we use like other softwares to have the pop-up on the website. I would have showed you guys the emails, but I can't even go more back. Anyways, that's about it with this one. Let's get the microphone out. Gonna go more details with like custom packaging, dealing with fulfillment for this brand, how we went about doing custom packaging, and yeah, the influencer part of things. So how we would reach out to these influencers and to get them to agree to just, you know, get a free order without us, you know, because a lot of influencers, they feel entitled to getting paid for, you know, the creative that they make for a brand. But we would just get these creatives for free, or like $10, $11 every order we would send them. So yeah, I go more into details with those on another video, but this is the breakdown of a 7-figure e-commerce brand. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to answer those. I'll see you guys later. Bye.